Hey, it's Friday, December 11th, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today we're watching the Season 3 episode, Not in Portland. This is a Juliet-centric episode. In her flashback, she's working as a science researcher on fertility treatments and stuff like that. In the very beginning fools us, you think they're on the island, but they're not. They're in Miami, which coincidentally is the same setting for Kate's flashback in the episode I do. And she's being offered a job by Middleos Bioscience. Richard Alpert comes to try to recruit her. She says, why do you want me? And he shows her some pictures of a uterus, and she thinks that they're from a 77-year-old, and he said, would you believe they're from a 26-year-old? And he said, we want you to figure out why. She says she can't do it because her ex-husband would never let her. And we have met her ex-husband, and he just looks like a big jerk. And she actually finally stands up to him and says no, because she gets her sister, Rachel, who is cancer-ridden, pregnant, and Juliet goes to tell him this, and then he gets hit by a bus. And then Richard and Ethan come to see her and try to get her to come one more time, and they say, we can just bring you for 6 months, and you can be back before your sister gives birth. Back on the island, Jack tells Kate and Sawyer to run, and they beat up Pickett and stuff and get out of their cages and run to the beach, and they see their island, but they can't get to their island, and Alex helps them get to safety, and she offers to give them her boat to get over there, but they have to get Carl first. Sawyer and Kate and Alex are trying to figure out how they're going to get to Carl at the Hydra station, and Alex says she has an idea, and she takes Sawyer and Kate in handcuffs up to the guy that's guarding where you get to room 23, and she says, my dad told me to bring him here, and the guy's like, and Sawyer gets his hands out of the handcuffs and punches him, and he says, I can't believe you fell for the old Wookiee prisoner gag. A Star Wars reference. Awesome. And Carl is in room 23, and it is a brainwashing room back at the Hydra station. And a lot of things come up in this that I think are really interesting. There's pictures of dolls, a Buddha statue, all with music playing, and he's got these glasses on that are kind of making him focus on the screen, and we see images of Alvar Hanso and Gerald de Groot. There are phrases up on the projection that say causes of our own suffering, and also an Easter egg that has been pulled out now is that if you reverse the audio in this scene where they're getting Carl out of room 23, you can hear a woman's voice saying, only fools are enslaved by time and space. All very God loves you as he loved Jacob. Juliet has gone to help Kate and Sawyer get free because Ben has promised to let them go and her go if Jack fixes her. So Tom and Jack are working on Ben, and Tom and Jack are kind of talking, and Jack asks Tom, if you can get on and off the island, why didn't you take Ben to an actual hospital? And Tom is about to say something important. He starts out by saying, when the sky went purple, and then Jack nicks an artery, and he does this stuff, and we don't get the answers, and it's so frustrating. But also at that time, Juliet catches up with Kate and Sawyer, and they've gotten themselves to safety. So Juliet gives Kate the walkie and tells her to walkie Jack, and Jack asks her to tell the story. And she does, and while Kate is telling Jack the story, he kind of calms down, and he's able to fix the artery that he's nicked in Ben, and you can see that Kate is a little emotionally distraught about leaving Jack behind, but he tells her to go anyway and makes her promise not to come back for him. Sawyer and Kate and Carl get Carl into the Outrigger, which is also featured in Season 5, and actually I just saw a special feature on the Season 5 DVD where they talk about those Outriggers. They're native to Hawaii. Juliet goes back after the surgery and talks to Jack, and he said, you have to tell me what Ben told you to make you want to help me. And she says, I've been here for 3 years, 2 months, and 28 days, and I just want to go home. and he promised to let me go home. So, after being told that she could leave after 6 months in her flashback, she's now been here for 3 years, and that actually, I looked up on Wikipedia, thank you very much. They have calculated it, and she arrived on September 5th, 2001. And that's where we're going to leave it. Juliet being on the island 2 years and 9 months longer than she had planned on. Leslie, you're back tomorrow with Flashes Before Your Eyes. I'm very excited to hear what you have to say about it. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
We're gonna need to watch that again.
It says, when the sky turned purple. Oh wait, no, this is when they're in surgery. Shoot.